Traditionally, the Maasai, the women have the responsibility of housing the family and doing the domestic work. The work of the men is to look after the animals, provided they also provide what the family will eat. They'll also fence when they move from one place to another. It's their role to fence of the family. But during good times, like times of the year when there's enough pastures, the men are left with little work to do. They are normally outside after they release goats go, the cows go to graze. They are always found outside the village playing the bow game. Yeah.
One of the things that impressed me was how they divide themselves up socially. They have very definite social groupings. They have the young, then they have post-circumcision for a very short time, their transition, and then they become a warrior for up to 10 years. And after they're a warrior for sometimes up to 10 years, they become an elder. And the women, when they become women and are no longer young children, they become a group and support each other. And when they cook their meat, when they eat their meals, one of the most interesting things I found was that they feed separate parts of the animal to each different group. So they support the different groups in the way they eat and socialize, so that you aren't totally dependent on your own nuclear family, mother, father, children, that you have your support groups of women or children or warriors or elder men. And that impressed me. There's always someone there for you, even outside of your own family.
Children their responsibilities vary between what their parents tell them to do, which is usually taking care of really young children, like babies or toddlers, and sometimes they're responsible for milking cattle and the goats, and they're usually the ones who go out and graze with the goats and cattle while they're out in the village at midday.
These very same Maasai children that you have been watching on the video do go to school. They walk miles to school and back.
There we go.
And they learn math, science, reading, English, just like you. Now, this community is creating their own schools. They're doing it themselves. And you can communicate directly with these students, these children, just like my son Briggs here, as he's wearing his own Maasai warrior clothing. But you'll communicate by cell phone, texting, digital photos, and through computer emailing relay that I have set up. You'll be able to exchange information about your lives and your school. You have an opportunity to help these children preserve their Maasai culture by support. So when you're studying Africa and you ask them questions directly and they can send you digital photos. Perhaps you can create a fundraiser with an African dinner, an African play, reading African stories for your community. And by creating this fundraiser and sending your financial support through, your efforts to connect and support these children and their schooling make you a modern global philanthropist. Now, philanthropy is very important, and it's something I want you to discuss with your teachers. Now, if this project interests you at all, even a small bit, contact me and I'll tell you more about it. You can reach me at www.janreynolds.com or email me at janreynolds@pshift.com. So I'll talk to you later, and thanks for listening.